Welcome everyone to Tea and Tarot Day. It has been a minute since we've had Tea and Tarot. So, how's everybody doing? Ravender Deep, welcome. Crystal Davis, welcome. There we go. That's better. So, yeah, I'm just waiting for my daughter to bring me in my tea because I was running a little late today because my other daughter was running late doing school. So it's been kind of a crazy Monday. Last week was my kids' spring break, and we do online school, so absolutely nothing has changed here at my house. I still go to work. My husband still goes to work. He's in an essential infrastructure type career. I am as well. So, yeah, everything is just the normal here at my house. I have noticed, and I don't know if you guys have, but internet service has been really slow here at our house, and I think it's because there's a lot more people working on the internet now. So, at least here in my local area. But how are you guys? How was your weekend? Uh, it's buffering on my side too. Let me make sure the kids aren't on their devices. So give me 2 seconds. Yes, Ravender Deep, you can be top of the list. Today you do get to ask your questions. It is Tea and Tarot. So if you have a question, type your question in. Otherwise, just put in general reading or whatever you'd like. So yeah, you only need to type your questions once, guys. They will be answered in the order they're received. I go through, if you've ever been here before, I go through the chat straight down on my phone here. So, keep track of it that way. But give me just a second to make sure all my kids are off of their devices so I get the most internet I possibly can. Everybody's off their devices, right? Okay, is the TV on a movie and not streaming? Okay, make sure all devices are off the internet. All right, guys. We should be the best we can be now. So, did you guys have a good weekend? Anybody do anything fun or special? Nothing special? Stay at home. You know, that's probably the best thing right now. Or at least to go where there's not going to be a whole bunch of people, considering, everything that's going on in the world. Being low key right now is definitely the best thing for us. So, anyway, Ravender Deep, do you have a question, dear, or do you just want a general reading? It'll be interesting to see how many people actually jump on today. You got it. Spirit message it is. boring's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes boring can be very good, Crystal. I know I want a boring night tonight, so we're staying in. Today and tomorrow are my days off from work. So these are my content days. These are when I make things for you guys and do live streams. So I don't want to do anything because my last days off, I went to my mom's house, and while that's awesome and I don't get to do that very often, I just feel like being at home and not dealing with people. All right, Ravender, your card here, protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So this is your card today. So now's the time for you to really build up that wall around your soul and protect it. Cutting cords with toxic people is a great thing to do anytime, but obviously something that you should look at right now. And we're going to keep doing self-care cards too. All right, your self-care assignment for this week is to be still. That's actually probably a good idea. So you're going to do a little bit of meditating on, your boundaries and, really calling back your power right now and just see what your next step is. All right, Crystal. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Looks like we're not going to have much of an audience today. Normally we have a whole bunch of people by now, but... All right, Crystal. So what's keeping you guys from being together? It looks like his own personal, I don't think he feels worthy, if that makes sense. So it's like, it's all on him, on how he feels about himself. Like he doesn't feel like he's working his passion. He doesn't feel like he is exactly where he needs to be. So right now he's kind of, I don't want to say self-centered because that sounds so negative, but at the same time, that's kind of where he's at. He's really, this is what's going on in his life that he's trying to overcome. And so it's really more of he has hurdles that he has to get through in his own personal life before anything could happen with you guys. Hello, Mr. YouTuber. Welcome. All right. If anybody else has a question, go ahead and drop it in. Today is Tea and Tarot. How's the sound for you guys? I got a new mic. I set it up last night. Ravender Deep helped me set it up. Welcome, Kayanat. I'm doing very well. My allergies have started, so I've been kind of getting the stank eye from people because I'll sneeze or I'll cough from the mucus or, yeah, it's, allergies are kind of gross, but I kind of get the stank eye from people if they're thinking that I'm sick. I'm like, it's just allergies. I'm okay. So if you see me cough or you see me sneeze, don't worry. Totally fine. It's just things are starting to bloom. Your name is Ravi? Well, welcome, Robbie. Let's see. Is that shuffling really loud for you guys? Maybe I need to do it away from the mic. I think my daughter forgot about my tea. All right, Ravi, let's see what the cards have to say. So I'm seeing her in a really good place right now. She kind of seems like her life is all together, but I'm not really seeing her leaving room for you. So right now in her life, there's so much going on that there's really not room for you to fit in. So she would actually need to create a space for you before, you guys can, get back in touch. But it's a beautiful card, 10 of Pentacles. So she's really got a lot going for her. But she needs to actively create space for you, if that makes sense. But that's something that she has to want to do. So, Asel, I will answer the first part of the question on if your ex is happy, but I'm not going to do a fourth party reading because that's really none of our business if he does or does not divorce. So, I will see if she is happy with him though. Kayanat, all you need to do today, dear, is type your question in. Today is Tea and Tarot, and I will get them in the order that they're received. There's not many people in the chat today, so it's been going pretty fast so far. Okay, so Asel, it does look like they, kind of have a transition to go through together. Right now, she's not completely happy with how things are. That's probably because he's still married. But, I mean, she does have a lot of hope in this relationship. But yeah, I mean, she's not 100% happy. And that could be on her, that could be on him and his situation, but there is a lot of hope and potential there for her. So, yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Hang on, guys. Let me grab my tea for my daughter. Okay, we have our own, like, sign language, so I was able to yell at her without yelling at her. Okay, so how will things go between me and Shav? You guys might be in quarantine for 2 months. Where are you? Where do you live, Kayana? Holland? Thank you. You're welcome. Ooh, look at that. Hot steaming tea. Gotta love it. I know there's a lot of countries going into quarantine. I'm not sure if it's done Italy any good because it seems like they're not getting any better, but it's definitely done China some good. I have a cousin who's over in China right now for work, and they haven't been able to leave their complex for a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. It's been quite a while. So the 2 weeks, I do have a little bit of medical knowledge, so I can explain the 2 weeks. The incubation period for the virus is 14 days. So that's the reason they go 2 weeks, is basically to make it so that after 2 weeks, those who are not infected are not infected. So it'll be a lot easier to tell who is and who isn't. Because within 2 weeks you'll start having symptoms, and it'll actually be a lot easier to treat as well. So, yeah, that's why the 2 weeks. It's because of the incubation period. Put this over here. I don't want it to spill on my brand new mic. Okay, let's get your reading done, Kainat. And I know some countries, if the lockdown doesn't work, like people still are going out and doing things they're not supposed to be doing or shouldn't be doing, like some really dumb people, mostly young college kids over here in the US, decided they wanted to still go party for spring break on the beaches. And yeah, so Florida and Texas beaches were like super crowded for spring break when they were all supposed to be practicing social distancing. That's a big thing right now in the US, is social distancing. Okay, let's see how things go between you two. So, right now, and it could be because of the way the world is, things are not going to go very well, not how you want them to. But that doesn't mean that, it's the end of the road, because, you guys are facing quarantine. Things are going to be kind of put on a standstill. There's really a lot of obstacles that you have to overcome, but there's definitely a light in the future that maybe after this quarantine's over, you guys can revisit and see how things are going, and maybe work some stuff out then. You are very welcome. Make sure to take care of yourself, wash your hands very well, and, do the best you can to prevent yourself from getting sick. Really, it's just another strain of the flu, so, I don't want to downplay it because it is bad and it is something new, but to keep yourself healthy, just act like everybody around you is sick and wash your hands and, keep your property, in your house or apartment or wherever you live. Keep those things clean, and then it's the best you can do. Eat things that boost your immune system. Cinnamon's a great one to eat and or drink. So chai teas are really good. Cinnamon rolls. It totally boost your immune system, right? But yes, take care of yourself. All right. Is anybody else in the chat that would like a reading? We are super duper slow today, guys. Normally I have a huge list by now and can't keep up with it, but there's like nobody watching today. I guess we'll just hang out for a little while. So those of you that are here, I told you I got a new mic for my birthday. So my birthday was on Saturday. This is the new microphone I bought for myself. I showed it off last night in my test live stream. So that was my birthday present. It's the first official piece of technology I have bought for my YouTube channels. So I feel official now, I guess. Like a real YouTuber. That's why I was asking how the sound is, because I don't know how different it is from just the mic that is on my laptop that I've been using, but it's one of the best mics, the least expensive ones, and it's one of the highest recommended too. Good. I'm glad it's calming. I want to get a subscription to Epidemic Sound so I can play sound during our live streams. Absolutely, Reaper Moonlight. In fact, you are the list because everybody else has already been done. So if you have a question or if you just want a general reading, just pop it in the chat and we'll do it right now. So those of you that are still on, normally we have quite a few people in the chat, and you actually have to wait quite a long time for a reading. But if you ever want to become a Patreon member, you do get priority in my live streams. It's as little as $1 a month, so there's always that option. There's also, you can donate via PayPal if you choose to, and that also gets priority, but right now the list is super short. So Yes, Reaper, I will get you a general reading right now. You like that? It's because of the software that I use. I'm trying to get a little fancier. Like I want to be able to have a rolling thing up there so I don't have to do it myself. So it just pops up as a reminder for you guys. But for now, this is cool too. If you haven't already, hit the like button. I like playing with it. I'm a little bit of a nerd sometimes. Ooh. All right. So right now you got card number 21, Divine Feminine. The frequency of Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect in our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Divine Feminine. And it's really good that we have balance. Whether you're more masculine, more feminine, your gender has absolutely nothing to do with it. But it's good that we find balance between the two sides of ourselves to really accentuate who we are as a person. Because we don't want one part of us to overshadow the other part. We want to show everything that is us equally. I actually did a video on it on my other channel where I told a story of my own experience. So if you're interested, it's over on my other channel, which is just Soul Moons Rising. And it should be one of the videos that I just did. It wasn't super long ago. Maybe a month ago now. I don't remember. Let's do a self-care card. Who wants a self-care card? I know some of you I gave one, but not everybody. So Reaper, this self-care card is going to be for you. If anybody else wants a self-care card that I did not already give one to, just type in me or hashtag self-care and I'll get you a self-care card. So your self-care assignment for this week, Reaper, is to make an altar. It could be a family altar. It could be an altar to nature. It could be to your deity, or just like my husband calls this my shrine, my crystals up here. Essentially, that's an altar. So make yourself an altar. It's kind of a happy place where you can go, you can meditate, and just be and let things go. You're doing that today, actually? That's really funny. Well, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing then. Ooh, we have a storm coming in. All right, guys. Well, normally I would sit and do this for a couple hours. But with a storm rolling in, my internet's going to be spotty. So I should probably close it up for today. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow and do a live tomorrow too, since I have to close it up early. But I'm glad I got to everybody's questions. I'm kind of surprised we didn't have more. I figured more people would be on since so many people aren't having to work today. But I guess they have other things to do besides ask tarot questions. So those that are still here, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I really appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And remember, if you ever want to become a member of my Patreon family, there's the link there on screen, and it's as little as $1 a month. It gives you priority here in the live streams. I do special live streams on Patreon, and they get special releases from both my channels. So you get content from both channels earlier than everybody else. So yeah, you guys have a great rest of your week. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'm going to try and come on tomorrow though. So we'll see you guys later, and have a great day.